Hey folks, Dusty here. A while back I did an introductory video on my DEWALT DCB 1800 portable power station, and I received a lot of good feedback from it. One of the questions I got was from @Flat Tire Farm Homesteading, Alaska. They had asked what was the biggest power tool that I had used the DEWALT power station for on the job site. Thanks for the great question, Flat Tire Farm. If you're not familiar with their channel, I added a link in the description. Make sure you check them out. They have a lot of good content. So, when I went to do a quick woodworking project, I decided to put the DCB 1800 to a little bigger test. I had some hickory in my garage and figured it would be a good guinea pig piece. Hickory is one of the hardest common hardwoods to work with. It is heavier and more dense than oak, maple, etc., which makes it harder on equipment and a perfect test piece for our little experiment. This piece of hickory is 4/4 and has been surface planed to 15/16. It will be perfect for what I'm doing today because I only need about 4 feet. For this project, I'm not looking for a specific thickness, just a piece that is smooth on both sides, top and bottom. I'll be running it through my DEWALT DW735 13-inch thickness planer with the factory cutter head. I have not purchased the helical cutter head for this machine yet. I'm using these 4 9-amp-hour DEWALT FlexVolt batteries. They are fully charged and have been stored inside at room temperature. Here is the specs for the DCB 1800 portable power station. And here are the specs for the DW735 thickness planer. So let's get started. We'll check all the battery levels and power the unit up. I'll set the depth stop to 3/4 of an inch and then get started. As a nod to the great Norm Abram, don't forget his rules about shop safety and power tools, especially safety glasses and hearing protection when necessary. Running hickory through the DW735 with the factory cutter head is noisy, so I've actually cut the volume down for these parts coming up. As I said, I'm not shooting for a specific thickness for this project, so I'm only going to run the board through until I get a smooth enough surface to work with on both sides. In the end, I only took the board down to 13/16, and then I finished it up with some light sanding. I only ran the planer for about 6 minutes, and I used my 110-volt palm sander for another 5 to 10 minutes. As we'll see, this did not showcase the full time that the power station can run the planer for. But with just this one piece of wood that needed to be planed down, I'm not going to run the unit and waste anything unnecessarily. The DCB 1800 ran the planer flawlessly, which I'd say is pretty impressive. The DW735 pulls a full 15 amps of power according to their specs. There was no startup lag or any slowdown at all during operation. For comparison purposes, maybe I'll do another quick video in the future using my small gas generator to see how it reacts. I don't know how long this setup would run before having to shut down, but the likelihood of needing to run your planer for long periods without a separate power source is probably pretty small. You could of course swap out the batteries with other fully charged ones when needed and continue working. Higher amp-hour batteries will give you a longer runtime also, so keep that in mind. Even after the sanding, it looks like 3 out of the 4 batteries still show a full charge, and one has 2 out of 3 bars. As I mentioned in my previous video, the DCB 1800 is also a 4-station charger as well, which comes in very handy. For more info on these DEWALT tools, visit their website. Neither of these videos have been sponsored at all, and I have purchased all the products shown. Thanks again to Flat Tire Farm Homesteading Alaska for the great question. Make sure you check them out for some great content on homesteading off-grid in Alaska. And let them know that Dusty sent you. I'll be doing more in-depth videos in the future for woodworking and working off-grid, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more content. Thanks for watching. As always, folks, take the trip and enjoy the ride.